All right. So, should we do the usual? Right, the camper van's out. I was going to go shopping. I still need to fix the starter motor. It's got a slight bad connection on it, which I'm going to do. But look how beautiful it looks, guys. So we can see the wife is out. My daughter is with the wife. They're going to go to some lunch in a place called Brunello's. Let's have a little look. It's a bit dark. Should we turn the light on? Let's look at Lenny, my 1967 split screen that I adore. Look at it, guys. I absolutely adore it. 1967, 6'7". Look how lovely she is inside. She really does have a lovely interior. She's got an Elvis interior. Of course, she's got a TCB in the window. Of course, goes without saying. Yeah, and not just in the window. She also has it, hi Chicky Blue. She also has it on both sides of the rear window. TCB. So what do you reckon, guys? Do you think I should put the name Defending Elvis on my camper, or would it spoil it? Let me just show you what it looks like inside. Look at that, guys. Look at it. It's even got a surfboard as a table, and that turns into a bed, and underneath the bed is a cooker. So you can literally live. You can literally live in Lenny. Oh yeah, her name's Lenny because in the number plate it's got letters. So a little nod to The Who. I am the Who fan. I do love The Who, yeah, Roger Daltrey. So yeah, she's one of my children. This camper, this 1967 camper is one of my children. And I've done a lot of work on her. I even fully rebuilt the engine. I've done all the brakes, everything. You name it on this camper, I've done it. Everything. I've literally addressed every single thing on this camper. Then let me just turn the light off so I don't... Nothing doesn't work. Actually, no, that's not true. The horn, I broke the wire on the horn. So I've got to reconnect the wire on the horn. Everything else works. This camper, even though it's from 1967, could literally go on for another 100 years. She's rust-free and everything. She's amazing. Hi, Elaine. So, I've just posted a load of shorts. So let me just get my hat. So my wife is going for a meal with my daughter and the kids and her mother. Every Tuesday, my wife is with her mother, Leslie. Normally I cook for them, it's chili con carne, but they've decided they're going to go to some bar. To be honest with you, I don't like the bar's food. It's called Brunello's. I just don't like it. Yeah. Loungers. I think they have a chain of bars called Loungers. I don't know if you guys have it. Around the UK, you may have heard of them. Loungers. Elaine, have you heard of Loungers? Do you know what? Today, right, I normally wake up at around 6. For the last 3 days, I've woke up around 8, which is very unusual for me. Probably because the clocks have moved. Oh, the sun's setting. Oh, I'm going to show you the sunset. Yeah, lounges. There's quite a few now. That we have one of the first ones in Weston-super-Mare, but I know they've really expanded. Someone told me they've got like 100 now. Yeah. Our one is called Brunello's. Hi, Pat. How are you? I've only just gone live. So I phoned up my wife. I said, I wish you told me earlier. I would have come with you. But there's no point in me driving all the way to town now. I'll be halfway late for the meal. Plus, Ella is back. Guys, Ella's back. Ella, hello. Look at her. See, look. She won't look at the camera. Wait, gonna look at the camera? No, doesn't matter which way I point. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. No. Come on, let's have a look at your face. So Ella has been gone for about a week, I think. She was at Nanny's. It's snowing. Blimey, I thought the house behind you was on fire. Yeah, we're gonna have a little look at the decorations, guys. Hi, Nat TV. Yeah, I think she's shy now. Do you know what? I think you're right. Ella's a bit shy, but I am pleased to have her back. I'll be honest with you, my wife ain't. Should we have another little look at her? Ella, everyone's pleased to see you back. Everyone's glad you're home. She just spotted a dog. Come on, what are you up to? So my wife is the reason we have Ella. Let me tell you the story. I went to a wedding, and when I went to a wedding, this is a long time ago, yeah? This is 17 years ago, 16, 17 years ago. I went to a wedding. It was a Greek wedding. Yeah, she's very healthy, yeah. The nan, Aurora's mum, takes her on 2-3 walks a day. So yeah, she gets very fit. I only really take her once or twice, yeah? So I went to a wedding. Now, on the way to the wedding, I said to my sister, Dora, who is 2 years older than me, guys. Hi, Anne. Do you mind if I leave my dog with you? Obviously, I had a Jack Russell, Princess. Yeah, we all remember Princess, don't we? Who we miss and adore. And my sister, Dora, also had a Jack Russell. So I left Princess with my sister Dora. Never really thought anything about it. Went to the wedding, still never thought anything about it. On the way home from the wedding, picked up Princess. So then a few months later, Aurora said to me, you know that Princess is getting a bit of a tummy. You know, the bottom side of her. And yep, she was pregnant. So my sister's dog, which was a Jack Russell, yeah. Oh, let me just get past these people. 1 second, guys. My sister's dog, that was also a Jack Russell, by the way, must have impregnated Princess. Yeah. So I may as well tell you the rest of the story. So we spoke to the vet. Is it okay to do a home birth? The vet was fine with it. Just basically said, keep everything clean. And I just want to get past these people, make sure there's no people about. Yeah, there's still another person there. I'm just waiting for these people to get past, guys. So we ended up doing a home birth. I looked it up on YouTube. There's actually videos on my YouTube channel showing the birth of the puppies. Now, from memory, don't forget, this was 16 years ago, yeah? I remember helping give birth to the puppies. It's a very straightforward process. You don't do anything. You literally leave it to the mum. So Princess, the mum, just did everything. She just licked them all as the babies was coming out. She would lick them, there was like a sack that they came out in. She would just lick the sack off, and she would just lick the sack off, yeah? And it was a really easy birth, no problems. And I don't even think she was in pain. She didn't seem in pain. And then suddenly we had these 5 puppies. And they were fine. The funny thing is, you didn't have to worry about them pooing because the dog would just eat the poos. I think suddenly they go into an instinctual mode, yeah? The Jack Russells, they just went, the instinct kicked in. And Princess was a brilliant mum. She really looked after those puppies, yeah? There could have been 6. It was 5 or 6, yeah? And she just looked after them. We didn't have to do anything, yeah? So they get to an age where it's time for them to get new homes. So we were homing them. I think it was 16 weeks we kept them for. I think, yeah? And bit by bit, they were, we'd given them all names. Yeah, there was like Ruby and all different names. And one of them was called Ella, which is this one, Ella. Now, the reason we all favored Ella, we all favored Ella, yeah? Because, there was a very simple reason we favored Ella. 2 reasons. She was the smallest and she was the fluffiest. The smallest and the fluffiest. Yeah? And she was just like a little teddy bear. Yeah? All the others had short hair. Hi, Larry. Yeah, dog always takes me for a walk. So, anyway, we're bit by bit, we're homing the puppies. Aurora kept saying to me, oh, I want to keep Ella, I want to keep Ella. So I kept saying to Aurora, there's no way we're having 2 dogs. Yeah, obviously we got Princess, yeah? I kept saying to her, there's no way we're having 2 dogs. Yeah, I love cats, Elaine. I had 3 cats. Aurora loves cats as well, but it isn't straightforward when you got dogs. But so Aurora kept saying, oh, please can we keep Ella? Please can we keep Ella? Yeah? I was like, no way, no way, no way. Then you had the kids. Don't forget, back then we had Rio, Talia, and Giovanni, yeah? So they were all... Giovanni was a baby. Talia was about, I don't know, 5 or something, yeah? Rio was about 4. So she kept... So what I was like, there's no way we're having 2 dogs. I don't want to be a person that's got 2 dogs. Yeah? Anyway, the kids were crying and they were begging me, please keep Ella, please keep Ella. The one that was begging me the most was Aurora. And that is why we have Ella. That is why. Now, my wife moans about Ella every day. Yes, it's just the fireworks. My wife moans about Ella every day. Every day. Because Ella molts. Remember why we kept Ella? She has long hair. And she molts all year round. She never stops molting. So my wife spends a long time constantly hoovering the hairs up, but also my wife's got a bit of a phobia with hair. She can't stand hair. So she will hoover for ages everywhere, and she does it every day. I am a Spitfire pilot, Larry. Anyway, so that's it, guys. So every time my wife moans to me about Ella, which is nearly every day, I say to her, you wanted her. You're the one that begged me and cried to keep her. So you're going to go to Epic in IMAX. I'm going to try and find a way where we can do a live stream about Epic. It's not easy, guys. Remember, I'm in a vulnerable position. I don't want any more strikes. We have no strikes. As soon as I start doing Epic stuff, I'm going to get struck, because Baz Luhrmann and his little PR team promoting Epic are on it. They don't allow other people. They don't allow other people to play their little clips, their little adverts. So it's very hard to talk about Epic. But I'm going to try. Anyway, so today, before I came out on the dog walk, yeah, he is. Baz is on it, mate. He was the same with the film. With the film, Baz Luhrmann's film, he was strict on that as well. Even the Priscilla film, if you showed any clips on it, Sofia Coppola, she would strike you. So you got to be, the year that we've had was strike free. Let's try and keep it that way. Yeah. Yeah, I wish they were more flexible. Hi, Matthew. Matthew, we've had quite a big reaction to your tabloid page concerning the fact that the marriage allegedly was not finalized. A big reaction. Quite a topic. I think we upset a few people as well. Matthew, did you get many upset comments when you did your video? Some people were actually offended by it. Let's go over here. And you, mate, happy New Year, guys.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Sick.
Cool. So see the little kids, they went, Happy New Year. Are you filming? Are you filming? You're going live. They might turn around and come back now. Louis, the guy who walks around Westwick. My area is called Westwick. Even my wife laughs at me. She's like, Louis, the Westwick runner who films. Right. Yeah, so there was a bit of a reaction concerning that topic. Apparently it was a real newspaper. It was in real newspapers of the day. Oh yeah, I believe it was a real newspaper article. 100%. 100% I believe it was real, but I don't believe the content of it, of course. I think, is it Arthur Lowe? Let me just get, when you say real thing, explain yourself, Matt. Do you mean a real newspaper? Is that what you mean? I do believe it was in the paper, and I do believe that Arthur Lowe spoke to the press. I do. But on behalf of Priscilla, he may have even, yeah, that's it. I do believe it was spin. I do, yep. And he may have even received money. The lawyer, Arthur Lowe, he may have even received money, mightn't he? So, to say it, yeah, now, it's definitely a fairy tale, but I will say this. I did look him up. I have posted it on Facebook. He wasn't Priscilla's lawyer, was he? He was Biss and Beau's lawyer. You know Biss and Beau, the shop that Priscilla opened? Albert Hand, what about him? Tell me about Albert Hand. But anyway, as far as I know, he was Biss and Beau's lawyer. He was Biss and Beau's lawyer. And so Priscilla obviously opened the shop with Biss, yeah? I've actually got the book. I've actually got Biss and Beau book. I've never reviewed it. I will one day. So Priscilla needed a lawyer, you know, concerning details of the divorce, of the separation, the terms agreed. And as far as I can tell, so I'm just trying to read your comments. As far as I can tell, Biss recommended Arthur Lowe. Is that his name again? Arthur Lowe. And that is why she used him, and she only used him temporarily. Yeah, it was, yeah. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he took advantage of the fact that it was, you know, his client was famous, obviously Priscilla Presley, and he saw an opportunity to create a story in the Star. And he's an interesting guy. That's not very informative. So was Jack the Ripper. Come on, give me more details about Albert Hand. All right, 1 second, guys. Let's look at the sky for a minute. Okay. Is that it? One tiny little baby poo? Not good enough. Ugh. Ella does her first poo back in Weston-super-Mare. So I might have missed a couple of your comments. Yeah, as I was saying about that particular thing, that it is possible that that Arthur took an opportunity to make a few quid from the Star newspaper. Yeah. It's funny because on ChatGPT, it did find some details out for me about Arthur Lowe, even where he died, where he was buried. He wasn't really Priscilla's lawyer, not really. So I think he may have acted for her once, but. So today I wanted to go through some topics. Obviously we've had the Star. We don't rate the Star. Come on, we have had a bit of a deep dive, haven't we? A bit of a deep dive in the Bridget Cruz lawsuit. So if you're just joining me, guys, Bridget Cruz joined us today again. Wished us all happy Christmas. All right. Did Steve Dunleavy work for the Star? Yeah, I don't really know that much about Steve Dunleavy. I know the National Enquirer, all that kind of stuff. Someone sent me, I think it was Matthew, sent me a video of Steve Dunleavy. I never got round to doing anything. I probably will. Yeah, maybe when I review the Elvis What Happened book, which I do intend to do, by the way, guys. I've been saving the Elvis What Happened book to do after the new year. The Star is the arch enemy of the Enquirer. I didn't know that. Does it still exist? Matthew, does the Star still exist? We had a Star in England, didn't we? The Daily Star was quite well known in England. It was a sort of alternative to the Sun newspaper in England, yeah? Another massive newspaper. Forgot what I was talking about now. So yes, Bridget Cruz joined us today. So I always like it when people like that join us. Wish us happy Christmas, happy New Year, polite and friendly. Don't forget Bridget Cruz. I don't care what anyone says. She's going through a very tough time. So you think the Star is now owned by the Enquirer? So it still exists, yeah. So we've done a bit of a deep dive this week on that Bridget Cruz lawsuit. I think because of the shows that we've done, I think we're pretty up to speed on a lot of it. A lot of these YouTube shows are repeating the same stuff. So when I review these YouTube channels, I tend to be listening to the same stuff over and over again, but it's good. For me, it's good because it sinks in. The more I listen to it, the more it sinks in. Hi, Linda. Welcome back. How are you? Happy New Year. You got a good vibe from Bridget Cruz. Yeah, I did as well. I did. She's very optimistic. She thinks 2026 is going to be a good year. I agree, these papers are full of gossip. 100% they're full of gossip. Come on, the tabloids have been getting away with murder for bloody 60 years, let's face it. Oh, happy to see you, Linda. Hi, Wayne. How you going, my mate? Yep. How's Anne? Hi, Anne. So, I think we're pretty up to speed on the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, but we will be playing part 2 and 3 of Down the Rabbit Hole. I was going to do a part 2 today, but I got sidetracked by the child bride topic and the Navaron topic. Yeah, so yeah, you're still alive, Larry. You're still with us, mate. You ain't going nowhere. So, oh, thanks, Anne. Happy New Year. So we're on December the 30th. We're counting down the last couple of days. So today I wanted to just do a bunch of shorts. So I did a short saying about that we've been doing deep dives on the Bridget Cruz, Navaron, Priscilla lawsuits. Then I did another short saying that we're doing a bit of a deep dive, seems to be the word, doesn't it, of Child Bride. And then I did another one. What was the other one we did today? Oh yeah, we did a bit of a deep dive on Navaron, trying to understand the basics of Navaron, because Navaron does seem to have become a bit of a topic. This is what I've noticed, guys, that if I do a video that has Navaron in it, it gets a lot of views. So I'm like, it tells me that there's quite a bit of interest in Navaron at the moment. I think it's funny because I'm funny with Navaron because obviously I'm horrified by the things that he said. Yeah, horrified. He said horrible things, didn't he? Oh, well done, Cal. Happy New Year, Cal. Enjoy your last couple of days of 2025. I think people try to read Priscilla through Navaron. Does that make sense? Come on, let's face it. The reason people are interested in Navaron is because of the interest in Priscilla. Yeah, I agree in that. He may be a bit bipolar. Who knows? Everything I say is alleged for entertainment purposes. Nothing I say is a fact. We're just discussing opinions. I think the reason Navaron, there's a lot of interest for him at the moment, there's a couple of reasons. Firstly, because it's Priscilla's son. Secondly, because Bridget Cruz has introduced him into the lawsuit. Now, you know, it's funny, a lot of you say to me about how Priscilla, like someone's just said, Navaron is the apple of Priscilla's eye, yeah? But come on, guys, let's be fair. It's her son. It's her son. I don't see Priscilla, the fact that Priscilla dotes on her son Navaron doesn't shock me. It's her son. Every one of us here that have children dote on our kids. Come on, let's get real. Yeah. So I don't hold that against her. The reason it upsets you guys is because you compare how she is with Navaron to Lisa Marie. Isn't that the reason? Because we all love Lisa Marie and we miss her. We feel that she was badly treated. We feel that she was almost abandoned by Priscilla. Also, Priscilla always seemed to put herself first. Yeah? This is what upsets us. It's not the fact that she's close to Navaron. It's the fact that she seems to have chosen Navaron over Lisa. Isn't that the thing that upsets us? Because come on, guys, there's nothing wrong with someone being very close to their child, yeah? I'm close to my kids. I don't have favourites. I love all my kids the same. So if someone sort of put me down for being close to one of my kids, I wouldn't like it. Because of course I am, I'm the dad. Same goes for Priscilla. Same goes for Priscilla. If she wants to be close to her son, of course she is, yeah? I wouldn't hold that against her. But I do understand that people are like, they feel that it's unfair. They feel it's unfair. They sort of think, well, why couldn't she have been that close to Lisa Marie? You get it? Oh yeah, I'll never have a favourite. But I see your point. Some of you clearly believe that Navaron was the favourite. Yeah, I get that point, Linda. Thank you. And I take that on board, definitely. So it's, you know, it's funny with Priscilla because I try to sort of go back in history and try and understand. So you've got a young Priscilla who's pregnant. How old is she when she's pregnant? Is she 22? Pregnant at 22, yeah? Well, to me, 22 in the 1960s is not young to be pregnant, yeah? In the 1960s, it was pretty normal to get pregnant at 16, 17, 18. Quite normal to get married 16, 17, 18. In the 1960s, yeah? My mum was pregnant at 19. My mum, yeah? The point I'm trying, and that was in the 60s, okay? So the point I'm trying to say is that Priscilla never got pregnant super young. I would say for the 1960s, she got pregnant quite old. Well, not old, but you know what I mean. She wasn't a teenager. Now, I will say this. I don't think Priscilla was ready to have a baby. Seriously, I don't think Priscilla was ready to have a baby. I think she felt, right, I'm going to see less of Elvis. Yeah, there we are. My eldest daughter was pregnant at 18. But Jane, that was completely normal. Oh, I'm okay, Gio. There we are. Look at the lights. Enjoy the lights. So you got to understand the point I'm trying to make, yeah? Priscilla's not ready to get pregnant. She sees that getting pregnant means she's going to see less of Elvis. Elvis is going to be away more. Elvis didn't want to bring a baby with him on tour. Yeah? You know, from her point of view, she loved Elvis. She wanted to be with him. She wanted the excitement of traveling with him on tour to movie sets. And she felt that having Lisa hindered that. I also think this. Allegedly, yes, she may have felt trapped. There we are. Allegedly, none of this is fact. So then you've also got this thing that Elvis doted on Lisa Marie, didn't he? He doted on Lisa Marie, his daughter. Of course he did. She was his only child. He worshipped her. So then you've got the jealousy. Some say that Priscilla was very jealous of the closeness that Elvis had with Lisa Marie. Yeah, felt second best. You know, this is just things that are said, guys. Nothing I say is fact. We're just having a discussion on that topic. So let's think about this. When she first becomes pregnant, she obviously would have put on some weight. She would have lost her figure temporarily. So that, I think, bothered her a lot based on what I've read. Don't forget, I wasn't there, guys. I don't know. So what I'm trying to say is that the issues that Priscilla was dealing with when she first gets pregnant, when she's 22, yeah? Obviously, you know, guys, I don't believe she lost her virginity on the night of the wedding, May the 1st, 1967. It's a bunch of bull, innit? Lisa Marie has clearly told us all that that they were lovers when she was 18, yeah? So the whole storyline of I lost my virginity to Elvis on the night of the wedding, we waited till the night of the wedding, you know, this perfect fairy tale. It's all bullshit. Come on. It's all bullshit. We know it's bullshit. Every time I see Priscilla say on an interview, oh yes, you know, we waited until the night of the wedding, I'm always like, no you didn't. I'm always like, that's not what your daughter said. Yeah, I heard about all that. Yeah, but Elaine, this stuff, the problem we've got, guys, is we don't really know what's true, do we? We don't really know what's true. You know, Elaine has just told you about her diet, and don't forget, there's many other things that are said concerning the pregnancy, concerning things that happened during the pregnancy. Yeah. Do any of us really know what happened? You know, obviously there's things that were put in Priscilla's book. There were things that were said in Lisa's book. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen it, Linda. I've seen it, yeah. Priscilla already said, yeah, no, I've read both books. I've read From Here to the Great Unknown, and I've read Elvis and Me. Ah, there we are. So, do you know, it's funny. Matthew, did you know that Nancy Sinatra follows us on X? Did you know that? She follows me on X. You know, I've got an account on... oh yeah, 100% I believe Lisa. Let's make that very clear, guys. I 100% believe Lisa, everything she said in her book, From Here to the Great Unknown. So, did you know, guys, that Nancy Sinatra follows us? I love that. I love that Nancy Sinatra follows us. These boots are made for walking. That's just what I do. One of these days I'm gonna walk all over you. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, so yeah. I was just discussing the pregnancy and trying to understand why it feels that there was favoritism towards Navaron over Lisa, and that one of the things I'm putting out there is that Priscilla was so much younger. Yeah, she was so much younger, you know. So I'm like, there we are, some Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Do you want to sing it, guys? Yeah, we love Nancy Sinatra. I've watched all her interviews. She adored Elvis. Wasn't she seeing Tommy Sands at the time? Wasn't she engaged to him? Look at that. Beautiful. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's keep walking, guys. So the point I'm trying to say, guys, is that I just don't think Priscilla was ready to have a kid. I don't think she was ready to get married. I also feel the same way about Elvis. I love Elvis. I adore Elvis. Yeah. But I don't think he was ready to marry Priscilla. 100%. All right, okay, so Matthew just said when they filmed Speedway, that's the one with the guy off the Hulk, innit? And Speedway, yeah? The one off the Hulk. Isn't that the one where the Bionic Man does a little, Steve Austin, we can rebuild him. Isn't that the one where the Bionic Man does a little cameo appearance with his hat on? But there are rumours, yeah? There are rumours that there may have been a bit of hanky-panky with Nancy. I don't think Nancy would ever admit that. I'm not even saying that it happened. I'm just saying there are rumours that, you know, in the trailer, Lee Majors. There are rumours that in the trailer, stuff happened with Nancy. Now, of course, I'm not going to say they're true. I'm just telling you what I've read. They definitely were very close. She does say that he is a great kisser in the movies. Yep, papa. Should go and have a look at these decorations again. We looked at these last night. They're very good. So, yeah, Steve Austin. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Do 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 do. It's breaking up. It's breaking up. It's breaking up. That looks good, doesn't it, guys? I also liked the Bionic Woman, guys. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, that's it. He spills the tray of drinks. That's the one. I liked him in The Fall Guy as well. Ja-da-da. Right, let's just walk along here a bit. Anyway, I want to just quickly end that, what I was just saying. I just don't think Priscilla was ready, yeah? I think she was too interested in being with Elvis, fame, fortune, traveling, I would say secretly other men, being famous. I've always felt that Priscilla envied Elvis, wanted to be Elvis. I've always felt that. And she couldn't be him. So the next best thing was to divorce him and take everything he has. Please know I don't hate Priscilla. I'm not a Priscilla hater. Please know that. This is just me defending Elvis. So what was the other thing that we discussed today? So with Navaron, the whole point of that was just to try and understand him. The point of that the theme of that thing that we did with Navaron was more to sort of say what happened to a very normal looking young man. He was a handsome young man, yeah? When you see pictures of Navaron, he's very normal looking, yeah? Just a normal kid, yeah? No different than a kid from the type of kids that I grew up around when I was a teenager. What changed him from being so normal looking to obviously now he looks, how can I say it? He's very heavily influenced. You know that whole rock band theme, that grungy sort of rock band, goth type rock bands. I just think that, the piercings, the tattoos all over your body and around your neck, and even tattoos in places that people don't normally have tattoos. What happened? What happened? If it was my kids, I'd be like, you ain't having that tattoo done. You're not tattooing your whole neck. You get it? I don't care how old they are. Now my daughter has a very thin tattoo on her spine and a tiny little heart on her ankle. That's okay, I can handle that. But if my daughter said to me, I'm tattooing my whole neck up to my face, I'd go crazy. I don't care how old she is. She's 19, my daughter. I would go mental. I really do think what happened to Navaron from being a teenager to being a young adult and then into Anyway, guys, my son's trying to ring me. Can you hear me? Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Take care. Happy Christmas, everyone.